The plane has landed. The photographers are ready. And there they are, the players and officials of the Uganda national football team. Ready to welcome them at Frankfurt Airport is the Ugandan ambassador to the Federal Republic of Germany, His Excellency Mr. George Kamba. Here he is on the left, shaking hands with Mr. Henry Luanga, the chairman of the Ugandan Football Federation. Strike forward Dibya and Uganda's German coach Burkhard Pape. The players still look a little apprehensive, but team manager Andrew Wasaka seems very happy as he says hello to the ambassador. Well, after the welcome is over, it's time for them to make their way to their hotel just outside Nuremberg, where they'll get ready for their first match. Burkhard Pape doesn't believe in any of his players getting rusty, and he soon has them out training. A run through a German forest may be a new experience, but it's still hard work. And then it's time for some loosening up exercises. The hotel owner's little son and Mrs. Pape decide to join in the fun. Whoops, it's not easy to find your feet straight away in a new country, but everything should be okay by the time the first game starts. A game which Burkhard Pape and the players are determined to win.
So everybody's top fit. We worked really hard in Uganda, in Germany too. Today is our first game, and this is a really strong team, and depends on our success today is the future for our trip here in Germany. This Bavaria team is really strong, but hard luck for Bavaria. They have to lose again against Uganda, and let us see what's going on. And I think we are really strong enough to beat this Bavaria team, and we don't have to tell Bavaria with how many goals they must go down this evening.
And then it's time for the first game against the Bavarian state side in Regensburg. All the Ugandan players are fit and confident. Flowers for the captain, Pario Ketch. And the rest of the team are Masayage, Karunda, Dafala, Vaspa, Dibya, Obua, Mata, Onziga, Kulabigwo, Katsozi, and reserve winger Oguta. Uganda kick off and waste no time in moving onto the attack. A Bavarian free kick is easily dealt with by the Ugandan keeper Masayage. And then in the 5th minute, Uganda have a great chance to go ahead. The ball comes to centre forward Mate, but his shot is saved by the Bavarian keeper. Number 10 Basfar is certainly causing the Bavarian defence a lot of trouble. This Bavarian attack in the 10th minute is stopped by right-back Ben Katsozi, and he starts a fine Ugandan attack going, which ends with Mate shooting just past the post. Here it is again, a very close thing for Bavaria. Uganda are now well on top and doing nearly all of the attacking, but they just can't get the ball in the net. When the Bavarians attack, they are met by determined and well-organized defenders who quickly get their own attack moving again. A good run by outside left Obua. The ambassador, himself an ex-football international, looks on with the eye of an expert. In the second half, Uganda are attacking from left to right and are soon worrying the Bavarian defence again. A corner for Bavaria. Masayagi punches away, but the Bavarians remain in possession. Still, the ball is eventually cleared upfield, and another Ugandan attack leads to Mate firing in a tremendous shot. A lovely through pass sends Vasvar racing away, but the keeper gets there first. And then in the 70th minute, Uganda score through Ouma, who's just come on in place of the injured Dafala. 1-0 for Uganda. Here's the goal again, and you can see how Ouma cleverly beats the keeper. Uganda, the first African national football team to tour Germany, have got off to a great start by winning their first game against Bavaria very deservedly by 1-0. Next day, they can relax a little and take a look at some of the sights of the old South German city of Nuremberg. And one of the most popular attractions is the ancient castle, which overlooks the rest of the city. Yes, the view is wonderful. And from up there it would be even better. After their victory, the boys are feeling on top of the world. But now it's time to return to the bus and move on to Hof for the next game.
So, when I whistle now, carry on and listen, When I whistle now, everybody, the same time, the same second, go with high speed against this goal.
The morning after their arrival, Burkhard Pape has them hard at it again as the locals look
Go
on.
against this goal and score. Go, high speed, come on. Babu, don't be afraid. Come on.
It's a good place for the local youngsters to pick up some training tips.
Don't lose the connection to your own players or... Yeah. So, yeah.
Ball control and shooting are the order of the day.
Don't move too hard. We have no elephants here in Germany. All right, wait. Go down, push your ball forward with your head. Come on, no speed limit. Come on, television stars, come on. Yeah. Mate, come on here. Uganda people are waiting for your action, come.
Centre forward Mate is certainly getting down to it, but not for long.
Come on, fight against yourself. Fight against yourself.
And then it's serious. The game against the German regional league club Bayern Hof. This team, which includes several ex-National League players and finished fourth in its league last season, does a lot of attacking early on. A chance for centre forward Breuer. Right back Ben Katsozi sends Ouma racing away. Dibia. Back to Ouma, but his final pass is intercepted. In the 10th minute, Hoof get the ball in the net, but the referee, Mr. Nutzel, disallows the goal because of offside. A few minutes later, Breuer has a great chance, but misses the ball. The Ugandan captain, Parry Okech, who's not playing owing to an injury, is looking a little worried. But gradually, Uganda come more into the game. Alex Oundo tests the Hoof keeper with a long shot. The Hoof defence is now certainly under pressure. And in the 30th minute, centre-forward Babu has a great chance to give Uganda the lead. And at the other end of the pitch, Masayagi is proving that he's not nicknamed Gordon Banks for nothing. Once again in slow motion. Chairman Henry Luanga and embassy official Mr. Kalumba. Ouma. Oh, what a chance that was, 5 minutes from half-time. Only a minute later, Stark makes it 1-0 for Hope. As you can see in slow motion, his shot gave Masayagi no chance. Only a minute to half-time, Ouma is through. Handball. The ball's in the net. Is it a goal? No, the referee has already whistled up for a penalty. Here's the incident again. Alex Oundo takes the penalty. And it's there, an unstoppable shot. That's the equaliser. And it's obviously pleased this young lady. The second half begins with Oundo firing in a very powerful long shot. And Uganda stay on the attack. But then Jimmy Karunda brings down Bestholt in the box, and so it's a penalty for Hope. Stark takes it, and a fantastic save by Masayagi. What a wonderful save that was. The Ugandans, as you can see, are clever in attack. And they're also resolute in defense. Masayagi in action again. What a wonderful game he's having. That's Vaspa, who's come on in place of Oguta. The Ugandans press hard, but they can't get another goal, and the game ends in a 1-1 draw. The final shot of the match from Alex Oundo. A result and a game with which everyone can be satisfied. And the spectators certainly are. The Ugandans have, once again, given a fine performance.
Akanyonyi kano, akanyonyi ako, aka-Uganda.
But now it's off to Lurach on the German-Swiss border. And the whole party is in a very happy mood as Ben Katsozi leads the singing and Kawadwa plays the drum. Who's to say their optimism is just castles in the air? The bus speeds on its way along the Autobahn and the singing goes on. the singing of a song which tells about the friendship that exists between football players and officials.
Obunyonyi obwo sibutenda akanachoni akawasaka akapepu akogwali sibutenda obunyonyi obwo akamasajage akaonkolwa akakasozi.
And there's Lura, a beautiful little town situated on the edge of the Black Forest.
Obunyonyi obwo bulina munyonyi bararara.
A prominent guest at the game against South Baden is West German Minister for Economic Cooperation, Herr Eppler. Here he meets the Ugandan captain, Parry Okech, who then introduces him to the rest of the team. The weather is wonderful and it should be a great game. South Baden kick off and do most of the early attacking. Centre forward Hitzfeld and left back Underberg. Uganda win their first corner in the 5th minute and Oguta almost scores. Fred Nakolwa is deputising in goal for Joseph Masayage and he's doing it well. In the 8th minute, Uganda have a great chance to take the lead. Obua hits the bar, and Oguta blazes the rebound past the post. As in the other games, the Ugandan defence is very strong, and even the forwards come back to help out. When Uganda attack, they attack fast and dangerously. And they take a well-deserved lead in the 18th minute. Okech chips the ball to Waswa, and he has no trouble in making it 1-0, although some people thought he may have been offside. Still, there's no doubt at all about the second goal 2 minutes later. The ball comes to Babu, and he makes it 2-0. The South Baden team try and pull back a goal, but there's no way past the Ugandan defence. Oh, that was dangerous, and Burkhard Pape is looking a little worried. But he's no need to. His team are soon back on the attack, and they have one chance after another. But they can't get another goal, and half-time arrives with them still leading by 2-0. Minister Epler and his wife, together with Chairman Henry Luanga. Uganda kick off in the second half. But once again, it's South Baden who do most of the early attacking. A lovely jink by outside left to Bua, just past the post. The South Baden moves are far too slow to worry the Ugandan defence. Oh, that looks like a penalty, but the referee allows play to go on. If the South Baden players do manage to get in a shot, it's either wide or straight into the arms of the keeper. The Ugandans are much quicker in everything they do. A great chance for Ouma. Fred Nakolwa has no trouble in dealing with efforts like that one. Ouma to Waswa, and it's there, it's 3-0. And here's the goal again. The South Baden attacks are now very spasmodic and present no threat whatsoever. But the Ugandans continue to look dangerous. Just before the end, South Baden are awarded a penalty, but Fred Nakolwa saves it, and the game ends in a 3-0 victory for Uganda. The players have improved from game to game and have every reason to be pleased with themselves. The two keepers congratulate each other. Afterwards, at the reception, Minister Epler mingles with the players and officials and exchanges a word or two with all of them. But he also has enough time for a short interview as well. Were you surprised with the performance of the Ugandan team this evening?
I was not at all surprised because I knew that this was a very good team. And I felt it was a team of artists with all the advantages and sometimes even the drawbacks of artists. And our team, our German team, looked more or less like a team of artisans with all the advantages and the drawbacks of artisans, and that's why the Uganda team won.
Well, had you seen them before?
No, but I had visited Uganda in March, and I had met Mr. Pape, and he had told me about his team, and so I expected a very good performance, and that's what had happened.
And of course, you'd heard of the previous results of this tour.
Yes, of course, I heard about the results of last week.
And how do you visualize now, just one last question, the future part of their tour? Do you think they will be just as successful?
I hope so, and I think there's no reason not to believe so.
Thank you very much. The next day, the party have a chance to relax and make a short tour of the Black Forest, one of the most beautiful parts of the whole of Germany. Through charming little villages full of typical Black Forest shops and houses, the bus winds its way out into the open countryside. And soon they reach their main destination. A chairlift takes them to the top of the 1,500-meter-high Feldberg, a very popular tourist attraction in the Black Forest, in summer and winter. Joseph Masayage is obviously very pleased to land happily. The top of the Feldberg is a wonderful place for snapshots, and the view is fantastic. And naturally, after 2 wins and a draw, the sky's the limit.
Oh, Uganda yajenga nchi.
But soon they have to move on again to Bamberg in Bavaria for the most important game of the tour, the international against the West German Amateur 11. And while you're traveling, what better a way of passing the time than by singing? Waswa leads and the rest follow.
Oh, Uganda yajenga nchi. Oh, Oboti yajenga nchi.
Jimmy Karunda helps out now and again.
Uganda yajenga nchi. Uganda yajenga nchi.
Joseph Masayage is doing a great job on the drum, much to the delight of the driver. This is a song, by the way, which indicates how popular sport is in Uganda and how the Ugandan footballers are increasing this popularity.
Uganda yajenga nchi.
On arrival at the hotel in Bamberg, the chairman, Henry Luanga, and the captain, Pario Ketch, are presented with flowers by Jutta and Rita Schwapach, the 2 little daughters of the hotel owner. Just as everywhere else they've been on the tour, the reception and the hospitality are excellent. Before the day of the big game, they all have a chance to take a look at the lovely historic town of Bamberg. Burkhard Pape shows his players how to keep fit while sightseeing. Bamberg is a charming town and everyone is impressed, especially by the magnificent cathedral which houses the world-famous Bamberg rider. Quiet streams and raging torrents all in one. The shops are good too. But now to the biggest and most important part of the whole tour, the international. Uganda versus the West German national amateur team. 6,000 spectators are present and there's plenty of applause for both sides. The Ugandan players have already built up a fine reputation for themselves during their short stay in Germany. The Ugandan ambassador is introduced to both sets of players, and then the national anthems are played. First the Ugandan and then the German. The referee, Franz Vera from Austria, blows his whistle and Uganda kick off. Most of the experts have said before the game that in spite of their good performances so far, the Ugandans haven't a chance against the German national side. Well, we shall see. Burkhard Pape has told his players to shoot from all angles, and Ouma does. And so does Mukasa. It's already obvious that the German side are certainly not going to have it all their own way. The Ugandans are fighting for every ball. That's the German outside left Stegmaier, by far the most dangerous forward on the field. This time, Ben Katsozi manages to stop him. Harry Okech is getting through a lot of work in midfield and in fact is having his best game of the tour. A high one from Kulobigwo up to Dibia. But the German number 3, Breidik, who plays for the German champions Mönchengladbach, comes away with the ball. As in all the previous games, the Ugandan defence isn't giving a thing away. Ouma to Mata. Okech. Straight into the keeper's arms. Oh, that was a close thing. Alex Owundo is having a great game at the back of the Ugandan defence. Ouma with a good run. Most of the attacking so far has come from the Ugandans, but the German defenders are also on their toes. When the German players do attack, however, they do it very swiftly and they look dangerous. But the Ugandans are quick to intercept any pass which goes astray. Obua tries a high one. Outside right, Schneider takes a corner for Germany, but Okech gets the ball away. It's certainly an end-to-end battle, which is giving the spectators plenty to shout about.
Come back!
A free kick for Germany. Oh, that was a bad mistake by Masayagi in the Ugandan goal, and Mukasa has to clear. There's no doubt that the German side are now having more of the game and creating the better chances. Stegmaier, over the bar. Hoeneß, past the post. But then Masayagi dives too late at a long shot from left-back Bleidick, and it's 1-0 for Germany in the 35th minute. Here it is again. But still, this setback doesn't unsettle the Ugandans, and they continue to give everything they've got. A great chance for Kalp, and Onziga clears off the line. The last Ugandan attack before half-time almost leads to the equaliser. And at the other end, Bleidick blazes a free kick over the bar, and so at half-time the score is still 1-0 for Germany. The second half begins with a great chance for Beischler, the German centre-forward. That's Vasva, who's come on in the second half. The powerful left-back Onziga. Mata. Mukasa. Oh, and his long shot is not dealt with very well by the German keeper Bradler. That's Stegmaier, who's having a superb game, and just look at him go. But he tries to beat one man too many, and the Ugandans are able to get the ball away. There are not many gaps in the German defence, and at the moment the Ugandans are keeping the ball too close. Number 11, Obua, decides to try it on his own. But his shot is blocked. This corner doesn't bring any rewards, and the German defence eventually gets the ball away. It's certainly a game in which no quarter is given, but it's also a very fair game. And there goes Stegmaier again. What a great player this man is, as you can see in slow motion. The Germans are now putting on the pressure, and there are some tremendously exciting incidents in front of the Ugandan goal. But still the Ugandans don't panic and continue to prove by playing good football that their successes on the tour have been very well deserved. A good run by Ouma. Obua. Owundo. Basma. And it's there. Uganda have equalized. It's 1-1. Here's the goal again. A fine goal by Vaspa, which naturally pleases the ambassador and chairman Henry Luanga. That goal has given the Ugandan players an extra bit of zip, and now it's their turn to have the German defence in trouble. Masayage easily deals with the free kick and gets another Ugandan attack going. Dibya to Ouma. The German defence is certainly in a tangle. Oh, that was very close. It's certainly a tremendously exciting game as play swings from one end of the field to the other. A free kick for Germany taken by Bleidick. And that header wasn't very far off. Which side is going to get the winning goal? There's only a few minutes left to play. Stegmaier. And there it is. 2-1 for Germany through right wing Schneider in the 88th minute. This goal, only 2 minutes from the end, doesn't please Burkhard Pape very much. And here's the goal again. Stegmaier places his centre perfectly and Schneider heads home. Even though there's only 2 minutes left to play, the Ugandans still don't give up and go all out for the equaliser. Owundo to Okech. To Mata. Ouma! Oh, and that was almost the equaliser. And it was also Uganda's last chance. The game ends in a 2-1 victory for Germany. The Ugandans have suffered their first defeat of the tour, but they can still hold their heads high because they gave a great performance. And in fact, the result could have gone either way. The applause for both teams is very well deserved. After the game, a banquet is given in honor of the Ugandans in the Knights' Hall of the 12th century Altenburg Castle. The ambassador taps the first barrel. The first tankard is drawn. And the festivities can begin. For those who don't like beer, there's also some wonderful wine served by charming waitresses in traditional costumes. And then it's time for the exchange of gifts. Dr. Claassen of the German Football Federation presents the ambassador with the federation's badge. As chairman of the Federation of Ugandan Football Associations, Mr. Henry Luanga is presented with an inscribed bronze plate, and he too also receives a badge. Then it's the turn of the Ugandan coach, Burkhard Pape. Finally, the captain, Pario Ketch, is given cufflinks and badges for himself and the other players. While everyone was admiring the gifts, I took the opportunity to speak to the Ugandan ambassador and to the chairman.
Your Excellency, just your impressions of the game this evening.
I think both teams played superbly well. It could have tipped either way. The results could have gone either to Uganda or to Germany. I'm not disappointed with the results.
Were you surprised by the performance of your team?
Not at all. In fact, I was disappointed that they didn't win, because I thought at one time they were a better side.
Well, they were certainly faster, and I think even tougher, which is what surprised me.
Yes. They have always been tougher. But as for fastness, I think this was my first time to witness them play a very, very fast game.
You yourself played for Uganda in 1956. You toured Britain then at that time. How would you say the standard of football is now as compared with them in your country?
The standard definitely has improved from what it was in 1956. With the only difference that those days people used to play barefooted, whereas now they play in boots.
Do you think it's better?
I think it is far better to play in boots than barefoot.
Well, I certainly couldn't imagine myself playing without boots. And now to the chairman, Henry Luanga. Henry, how has the tour gone so far up till now?
Oh, I think very well. I'm extremely pleased that all the 3 matches we've played, there's been a marked improvement in the way we've been playing.
Well, you certainly played, from all the games I've seen, the best by far this evening. It was a tremendous performance. The 2 remaining matches, how do you think they'll go?
Well, we are determined to see that we lose only tonight. We are determined to win the remaining matches, and I think we are capable of doing it.
What about the players? Any you'd like to single out?
Well, tonight, I think Kasozi had the most difficult time of marking the winger from the Germany side who played a superb game. But I think he tried. Definitely the best man on the ground as far as our side is concerned was number 5, Owundo.
He had a great game indeed.
Yes.
Well, gentlemen, just one last question now. Would you say that so far, from what you've seen, Your Excellency, the tour has been a success?
Very big success. A very big success indeed.
Henry?
Indeed, I think it is exceeded what we expected. Definitely it has proved that we are capable of playing as good football as the Germans do.
And now the presents from the Ugandans. And what wonderful presents they are. First, a zebra skin handed over by the Ugandan chairman, Mr. Henry Luanga.
That is a zebra skin, one of the Uganda is known and the world's most beautiful animals. And we thought if you put it somewhere, sir, in the association headquarters, you remember Uganda team visited Germany in 1970.
Thank you very much.
And then a drum. Dr. Claassen has a little bit of practice.
Thank you very much. So, wer kann das am besten bedienen? Ja.
As you know, a drum is one thing which unites all Africans. In Africa, everywhere you'll find a drum.
And then for the German trainer, a magnificent snakeskin. There's no doubt that just like the rest of the tour, this banquet given by the German Football Federation was a great success. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed himself. All members of the Ugandan party, through their charm and good nature, won friends very easily wherever the team played and whatever the result. Both on and off the field, they proved to be wonderful ambassadors of African football. But it was on the field that they left a truly lasting impression. Names like Masayage, Ben Katsozi, Alex Owundo, Pario Kech, Ouma, Obua, Wasfa, just to mention a few, will be remembered by Germany's football fans for a very long time to come. In their two remaining games, the Ugandans lost to the South German Regional League club Opel Rüsselsheim in pouring rain by 3-1, and the game in West Rauderfehn in northern Germany ended 2-0 for Uganda, making the final balance 3 victories, 2 defeats and 1 draw. Uganda, you're a fine team, and Germany will be pleased and proud to welcome you back to the 1972 Olympic Games in Munich.
Oh,